Hello friends, welcome to Prashant IAS. So friends, in the last class, we have discussed about types of bills. And in this class, we will start our discussion with a new topic, sessions of parliament. Okay, so the topic of today's class is sessions of parliament. So friends, let's begin. Now friends, before understanding the sessions of parliament, first of all we have to understand that what is the meaning of sessions. Now I have already explained you in a very detailed manner that what is the meaning of parliament. So now I hope that you all must be knowing about parliament, that parliament is the legislature of union, means parliament makes law for entire India. Okay, moreover parliament has two houses which are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and parliament has three parts. The three parts of parliament are Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and president. Okay, so this is a basic introduction about parliament, and I have taught you about parliament in a very detailed manner in the previous classes. So if you don't know the meaning of parliament, then please watch the previous classes. Okay, for the time being, what is the meaning of parliament? Parliament means the union legislature, means the legislature of union. Parliament makes law for entire India. Now here in this class we will more specifically discuss about the sessions of parliament. So friends, what is the meaning of a session? What is a session? So in general word you can say that session means a kind of meeting. Okay, so generally you can say that session means meeting. So what happens in a session of parliament? So for example, I have just told you that our parliament has two houses. Okay, and they are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now there are 543 members in Rajya Sabha and 245 members in there are 543 members in Lok Sabha. Okay, there are 543 members in Lok Sabha and 245 members in Rajya Sabha. So what happens during the session of parliament? That all these 543 members of Lok Sabha meet. Okay, what happens? That all these 543 members of Lok Sabha meet and they do some specific work or some specific task. Okay, now this case is same with Rajya Sabha also. So what happens? That all the 245 members of Rajya Sabha will meet. Okay, so all the 245 members of Rajya Sabha will meet and they will do certain specific tasks. Okay, so what is the real meaning of session? Okay, what is the real meaning of session? So session means meeting for doing some specific task. Okay, what is the meaning of session? Session means meeting for doing some specific task. Okay, so what is session? So session means meeting for doing some specific task. For example, friends, we can say that what happens in budget session. So in budget session, the members of parliament meet to make the budget. Okay, in budget session, this specific task is making budget. So what happens in budget session? That the members of parliament, means the members of Lok Sabha and the members of Rajya Sabha, because Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are the houses of parliament. So the members of Lok Sabha are also called the member of parliament and members of Rajya Sabha are also called as the member of parliament. So in budget session, what happens? That the members of parliament meet to do one specific task, and that specific task is budget. So in budget session, the members of parliament meet to make budget for the country. So now I hope that you all must be very clear with the meaning of session. Okay. Now friends, one thing also you need to keep in mind, that a session can include a series of meetings. Okay, so what happens? That for example, when the members of parliament are making budget, so they have to meet many times. They cannot make budget in just one meeting. They have to meet many times. They have to meet a number of times. So we can say that session means a series of meetings, means where so many meetings are included. So session means a series of meetings which are intended for doing some specific task. A series of meetings to do some specific task. So this is known as session. So friends, now on the screen I have written the definition of the sessions of parliament. Okay, so this definition is just for your understanding so that you can understand it in a better way. So we can say session of parliament means a series of meetings. Okay, so I have told you that it includes many meetings. So a series of meetings in which the members of Lok Sabha and the members of Rajya Sabha meets to perform one or more tasks. Okay, so what is session of parliament? So session of parliament means a series of meetings in which the members of Lok Sabha and the members of Rajya Sabha meets to perform one or more tasks. So this is the meaning of the session of parliament. Now friends, we have our next question. So the next question is that which article of the Indian Constitution, okay, which article of the Indian Constitution mentions about the sessions of parliament. Okay, so here we also need to know that which article of the Indian Constitution actually discusses about the sessions of parliament. So the answer to this question is Article 85 of the Indian Constitution. So the sessions of parliament are given under Article 85 of the Indian Constitution. Now friends, now we need to know that what actually Article 85 says. What is the summary? What is the essence of Article 85? So now I will explain you that what Article 85 says about the sessions of parliament. Now friends, here I am explaining you the theory part of the constitution. So please do not connect it with the practical in the practical way in which the sessions are called and summoned in India. Okay, so after teaching you the theory part, then I will teach you about the practical thing, that how the sessions are summoned. Okay, so this is just theory part. So here all the examples will be hypothetical. Okay, all the examples will be imaginary. So based on one hypothetical example, I will try to explain you the meaning of Article 85 of the Indian Constitution. So friends, let's suppose we know that this is 2021. Okay, so this year is 2021. Okay, now what are these numbers? So these are the months of 2021. So this first month is January, this is February, this is March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so these are the 12 months of year 2021. Now friends, we know that before 2021 there was year 2020. Okay, so there was year 2020 before 2021. Now let's suppose what happened, that on 31st of December 2020. Okay, what happened that on 31st of December 2020 a session of parliament ended. Okay, so what happened that on 31st of December 2020 a session of parliament ended. Means this was the date of the last sitting of that session. On 31st of December 2020 that session was ended. Okay, now what Constitution of India says, means what Article 85 says. So friends, according to Article 85 of the Indian Constitution, the next session of the parliament, means the first sitting of the next session, must be conducted on or before. Okay, it must be conducted on or before 30th of June 2021. Okay, so I will explain you that what I want to say, but for the time being you just understand that what background I am explaining you. So I am saying that what happened, that the last session of parliament ended on 31st of December 2020. Means on this date what happened, that the last sitting of the session of parliament happened, and on that day what happened, that the parliament sessions the session of parliament got ended. Okay, now according to the Constitution of India, the first sitting, okay, listen to my word carefully, the first sitting of the next session, first sitting of the next session must be conducted on 30th of June 2021 or before 30th of June 2021. Okay, so it can be conducted on in the month of May, it can be conducted in the month of March, it can be conducted in the month it can be conducted in the month of May, in the month of April, in the month of March, in the month of February, or in the month of January also. But it should be conducted before or on 30th of June 2021. Okay, now why I am saying this? What is the logic behind? So actually the parliament, actually Article 85 of the Indian Constitution says that parliament shall meet in such a way that not more than 6 months lapse between two successive sessions of parliament. Okay, I am again repeating my statement. Under Article 85, parliament shall meet in such a way that not more than 6 months lapse between two successive sessions. Okay, so what happens? In simple words, we can say that there should not be the gap of 6 months between two sessions of the parliament. Okay, there should not be the gap of 6 months between two successive sessions of parliament. The gap should be less than 6 months. This gap should be less than 6 months. Okay, so now let's come to our example. So now according to our example, if the last sitting of the last session of the parliament was conducted on 31st of December 2020, means on this date if the last session was ended, then the next session of the parliament can be conducted in the month of January. Why? Because there is less than, the gap is less than 1 month. So it can be conducted in the month of January. Similarly, it can be conducted in the month of February. The next session can also be conducted in the month of March. Why? Because there is a gap of only 3 months. You can see that in January there is a gap of 1 month. In February there is a gap of 2 months. In March there is a gap of 3 months. Okay. The next session can also be conducted on any date in the month of April. Why? Because there is only a gap of 4 months. Okay. The next session can be conducted on any date. The first sitting of next session can be conducted on any date of May. Why? Because there is only a gap of 5 months. Okay, and the limit is less than 6 months. Okay, but if we are talking about the month of June, then we can say that the first sitting of the next session can be conducted on any day of June also. The first sitting of next session can be conducted on any day of June also. Why? Because there is a gap of 6 months. But it should be conducted at least on or before 30th of June 2021. Why? Because if the date is 1st of July, then the time period will be more than 6 months. Okay, so if the date will become 1st of July 2021, okay, means the 7th month. So if the date will become 1st of July 2021, so what will happen? That the gap between two sessions of the parliament will be more than 6 months. So now this is not permitted under the Constitution of India. According to Article 85 of the Constitution, what happens? That the gap between two sessions of parliament, the gap between two successive sessions of parliament should be less than 6 months. The gap should be less than 6 months. 6 months should not pass. 6 months should not pass between two successive sessions of parliament. More than 6 months should not lapse between two successive sessions of parliament. So if the last session has ended on 31st of December 2020, so the next session can be conducted on any date in the month of January. May it is January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and even 31st of January. Okay, similarly it can be conducted in the month of February, in the month of March, in the month of April, in the month of May, but it can also be conducted in the month of June also, but it cannot be conducted in the month of July. Okay, so what happens? The 30th of June is the last date. Okay, so this is the boundary date on which the first meeting of the next session should be conducted anyhow, according to the Article 85 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so according to Article 85 of the Constitution, the first meeting of the next session should be conducted anyhow on 30th of June 2021 or before 30th of June 2021. Okay, why? Because if the date will become 1st of July, then what will happen? That more than 6 months will be passed, and this is not permitted under the Constitution of India, because Constitution of India says that Parliament shall meet in such a way that not more than 6 months lapse between two successive sessions of Parliament. Okay, so now I hope that you all must be very clear with this concept. Friends, I have just tried to explain you Article 85 very beautifully with the help of an example. But I know that Article 85 is little bit tricky. Okay, means for most of the students it is very easy to understand, but I think that some of the students find it difficult to understand. So I am giving one more example so that the students who have not understood it till now they will understand. Okay, so because I think that with two examples are more than sufficient for explaining any concept. So let's suppose this is the first session of Parliament, session number 1. This is the session number 2 of Parliament, and this is the session number 3 of Parliament. Now friends, between session 1 and session 2, means between these two sessions, okay, so between these two sessions the gap should be less than 6 months. Okay, so the gap should be less than 6 months. Or we can also say this like that between session 1 and session 2, the gap should not be more than 6 months. Okay, so between session 1 and session 2, the gap should not be more than 6 months. Similarly, if we are talking about session 2 and session 3, so as these two are the successive sessions, means the session 3 will be held just after session 2. So these two are the successive sessions. So what happens that between session 2 and session 3, the gap should not be more than 6 months. Okay, so gap should not be more than 6 months between session 2 and session 3. Similarly, the gap should not be more than 6 months between session 1 and session 2. Now friends, this gap is measured from the last meeting or the last sitting of session 1 to the first sitting of session 2. Now what does it mean? It means that the gap between the last sitting of session 1 and the first sitting of session 2 should not be more than 6 months. Similarly, the gap between the last sitting of session 2 and the first sitting of session 3 should not be more than 6 months. So this is the meaning of Article 85 of the Indian Constitution. Now friends, this is all theory. So now let us discuss that what actually happens in India. What actually happens in practical sense. How the sessions of Parliament are called. How many sessions are there in India? How many sessions of Parliament are there in India? So friends, what happens? As per the convention established in India. Now what is the meaning of convention? So convention means tradition. So this is the tradition in India. So as per the tradition established in India, what happens? That the Parliament meets in the form of 3 regular sessions. Okay, so this is the tradition. This is the convention in India that there are 3 regular sessions of the Parliament. There are 3 regular sessions of the Parliament. Now friends, beside these regular sessions, Parliament can also meet in some special sessions. Okay, so now we will discuss about special sessions later on. Okay, so what happens that in India, there are 3 regular sessions of Parliament, and also Parliament can meet Parliament can also meet in some special sessions. Now, okay, so there are two type of sessions. You can say there are two type of sessions. The first session is regular session and the second type is special session. Now we will discuss about special session later on. First of all, we will discuss about regular sessions. Okay, so what happens, friends, that as per the tradition, okay, now what do I mean when I say as per tradition? So it means that it is not written in the Constitution of India. Okay, so it is not written in the Constitution of India. So when I say that as per the tradition, as per the convention, okay, so this is as per the convention. This is not written in the Constitution of India. What was written in the Constitution of India? This I have already taught you, that the gap between two sessions of Parliament should not be more than 6 months. But what actually happens, means what happens practically. Okay, so this actually happens as per the convention, as per the tradition. Okay, so what happens, that there are 3 regular sessions of the Parliament. Okay, now what are those 3 regular sessions? So these 3 regular sessions, okay, among these 3 regular sessions, what happens, that the first session is the budget session. Okay, so the first session is budget session, and also budget session is the most important session and it is the longest session. Okay, and this is the first session of the year. So what happens, friends, that in a year, okay, means in 1 year, Parliament meets in the form of 3 regular sessions. So as per convention, as per tradition, what happens, that these Parliament meets 3 times in the year. Parliament meets 3 times in the year, okay, in the form of 3 regular sessions. Now out of these 3 regular sessions, the first session of the year is called as budget session. Okay, so what is the first session of the year? The first session of the year is called as budget session, and this is the most important session, and moreover this is the longest session. Now after budget session, then comes the monsoon session. Okay, so after budget session, then comes the monsoon session of the Parliament, and finally the last session of the year is the winter session. Okay, so the first session is budget, second session is monsoon, and the third session is the winter session of the Parliament. Now friends, let us first of all discuss about budget session. So what happens, friends, that budget session actually starts in the end of January. Okay, so what is the starting date of budget session? Budget session starts in the end of January. Okay, and after that the budget session ends or concludes. Okay, means the last sitting of the budget session. So the budget session ends or concludes in the end of April. Okay, so it concludes or ends in the end of April, or it can also end, it can also go up to the first week of May. Okay, it can also go up to first week of May. So if we are talking about budget session, then we can say that budget session starts in the end of January. Okay, so we can say that the last week of January or in the last dates of January. Okay, so the budget session starts in the end of January. Okay, and after that the budget session is held in entire February, entire March. Means in this time what happens, that the budget is discussed, many bills are passed. Okay, so this we will discuss later on. So later on I will teach you about budget in a very detailed manner. Okay, so what happens, that in the month of February, okay, so budget is then discussed, many bills are passed, and there are many other procedures. So all these procedures are conducted, means the budget session continues. Okay, budget session starts in the end of January, then it continues in the month of February, in the month of March, in the month of April. Okay, then what happens, that the budget session is concluded or it ends in the end of April. Okay, but sometimes what happens, that the budget, due to some more bills, okay, due to some more tasks, okay, they have to extend the duration, so it can go up to the first week of May. Budget session can go up to the first week of May. Now what does it mean? It means that the budget session starts in the end of January and it is concluded or it is ended either in the end of April or in the first week of May. Now friends, but if we talk about this year's budget session, okay, means the budget session of this year 2021. So this budget session was started on 29th of January 2021. Okay, so this budget session was started on 29th of January 2021. So I have told you that it generally starts in the end of January. So this budget session was started on 29th of January 2021. But friends, what happened that this budget session actually ended very soon. This session ended on 25th of March 2021. Okay, means on 25th of March 2021 budget was finally passed. On 25th of March 2021 the budget session was finally ended. Okay, so we can say that this year the budget was passed so quickly. Okay, so means the budget was passed so quickly that it was ended only on 25th of March. Okay, but generally what happens that it takes entire April or even the first week of May for the entire budget to be passed. But this year what happened that the government passed budget very quickly. Okay, so government passed budget very quickly and it took very less time for passing the budget, and the session was ended on 25th of March. Okay, but generally what happens that it can go up to April and even the first week of May. But this year's budget session was very short and it was concluded on 25th of March. Okay, so we will discuss about the details, that what happened, why happened. Okay, all this we will discuss about when I will teach you about budget in a very detailed manner. So I will take a separate class of budget, and in that class I will teach you in a very detailed manner about the budget. For the time being, you just understand what I am teaching you. Okay, so after budget session then comes the monsoon session. Now what are the dates of monsoon session? Okay, or in which months monsoon session is conducted? So generally what happens friends, that the monsoon session begins in the month of July. Okay, so it begins in the month of July and it ends in the month of August. Okay, so monsoon session is very small as compared to budget session. Budget session is very long session. Okay, and because it is long, because it is also very important. So monsoon session actually starts in July and it ends in August. So generally what happens that this lasts for generally only 3 weeks. Okay, so this is a 3-week session which starts in July and it ends in August. Okay, so this is a small session if we compare it with budget session. Now what about winter session? So winter session actually starts in the month of November, okay, and it ends in the month of December. Okay, so it is also very short session. Okay, so what happens that winter session starts in the month of November and it can go up to the month of December, and in December winter session ends. And with winter session the last session, so winter session is the last session. So with winter session all the 3 regular sessions of the parliament ends. Now friends, after this we have one more very important question. So the next question is that who summons the sessions of parliament? Okay, so first of all we have to know that what is the meaning of summon. What is the meaning of summoning the session of parliament? So summoning the session of parliament actually means calling all the members of parliament. Okay, calling all the members of parliament. Okay, so here I am writing MPs. MP definitely means member of parliament. So calling all the members of parliament to meet. So summon means calling all the members of parliament to meet. For example, there are 543 members in Lok Sabha and 245 members in Rajya Sabha. So calling all these 543 members of Lok Sabha to meet and calling all these 245 members of Rajya Sabha to meet. So summoning the session of parliament means calling all the members of parliament to meet. Okay, so now let's jump to our original question, that who actually summons the sessions of parliament. So the answer to this question is the President of India summons the session of parliament. Okay, so who summons the session of parliament? President of India summons the sessions of parliament. But President summons the session of parliament on the recommendation of Council of Ministers. Okay, President summons the session of parliament on the recommendation of Union Council of Ministers. So in theory, we can say that summoning the sessions of parliament is the power of president, but actually president summons the session of parliament on the advice of Union Council of Ministers. So in practice, in practical sense, this power is enjoyed by the government. This power is enjoyed by the Union Council of Ministers. So president summons the session of parliament on the advice of Union Council of Ministers. Now friends, let us discuss about the special sessions of the parliament. So first of all, we have the question that who calls the special session of the parliament? So the answer is very similar as compared to the regular sessions. So you can say that the President of India calls the special sessions of parliament on the advice, on the recommendation of the Council of Ministers. Okay, so here also what happens, that special sessions are called by the, are summoned by the President of India on the advice of Council of Ministers. Now friends, after this the next question is that when a special session can be summoned. Okay, so the answer to this question is that a special session can be summoned either within a regular session. Okay, so it can be summoned either within a regular session or it can also be summoned outside a regular session. Now what does it mean? So it means that when the regular session of the parliament is going on, for example budget session, monsoon session, winter session, so when a regular session of the parliament is going on, during that time also a special session of the parliament can be called. Okay, and outside means when the regular session of the parliament is not going on. Okay, means parliament is not in session, parliament is not in meeting. So when the regular session of parliament is not going on, then also the special session can be called by the president on the recommendation of Council of Ministers. Now friends, after this, the last question is the most important one, that what is the meaning of special session and why the special session of the parliament is called. Okay, so what is a special session and why the special session is called? So basically the answer is same for both of these questions. So friends, the answer of this question is actually hidden in the name of this session, special session. So special session is the session which is called for doing some special task. It is called for doing some special task, special work. Okay, and okay, so this is the answer for what and why. Okay, so for example, what is the meaning of a special session? So a special session of the parliament is that session which is called for doing some special task, which is called for doing one or more special tasks. Okay, now the second question is that why the special session is called. So the answer is same, that the special session is called for doing some special tasks, for doing one or more special tasks, okay, which are actually outside the regular tasks. Okay, so for doing some special task. Now for explaining it to you more clearly, I will give some examples so that you will understand the meaning of a special session very clearly. For example friends, if there is an emergency, for example if India is in war with any other country, okay, so this is an emergency, war is emergency. If any other country has attacked India, if any other country has invaded India, so this is an emergency. So in this condition, for doing this special task, the special session of the parliament can be summoned. Okay, now what can be the next example? So you can say that if there is any natural disaster, for example if there is very big tsunami, okay, or there is very big natural disaster, okay, so in this case also for dealing with that natural disaster, the special session of the parliament can be called. Okay, why? Because this is a special task. Okay, so the special session of the parliament can be called, can be summoned for this task. Now a special session of the parliament can also be summoned for doing the unfinished tasks of the year. Okay, for example if 1 year, okay, so there are some works, there are some tasks which have to be completed in that given year. Okay, but for example let's suppose due to many reasons, okay, what happens, that reason can be the dispute between political parties, Okay, or any other reason can also be responsible for that. Okay, so what happened, that there was a task which should be performed, which should be completed within the regular session. Okay, so there is some special work, there is some task which should be completed in the regular session, but due to some reasons, the reason can be any. For example, the dispute between political parties. What happened, that parliament was unable to finish that task. So a special session of the parliament can be summoned for finishing all the unfinished tasks. Okay, so a special session can also be called, a special session can also be summoned if some works, if some tasks of the regular sessions are unfinished and there is a need to finish these tasks. So there are many reasons why the special session can be called. Okay, but the thing is that the special sessions are called for doing some special task. So friends, with this lecture is now completed. So friends, now I hope that you all must have understood the lecture, you all must have liked the video, and if you have enjoyed the video, enjoyed the lecture, then like the video, comment, subscribe the channel, press the bell icon, and do not forget to press all after pressing the bell icon. Now friends, we will meet in next class. So till then, take care of yourself, stay healthy. Thank you.